Yeah. Right, Vishwam, whenever you are ready, you can rock and roll. Everyone silent to the cheap seats, please.
Okay. So, welcome. Today, we'll be exploring how language affects our perception and on the meaning of names. And we'll start with a city that's very special to me. I've lived in it for around 10 years, and it's named Mumbai. But it wasn't always named Mumbai. Back when the British used to rule India, it was called Bombay. And it continued being called Bombay until 1995, which was around 50 years until after the British had left. The result of the change was by the promotion of a right-wing nationalist party called Shiv Sena, and it was renamed in 1995, and they said that their aim was to promote nationalism and patriotism, and affirm independence. They viewed Bombay as a corrupted British version of Mumbai, and yeah, Bombay. The etymology of Bombay was actually it was a Portuguese word, and it was referring to Bombay's position as a bay, as a port city, and Mumbai it was named that in reference to a Hindu goddess, the protector of fishermen, which was what the city was before the British invasion. And through the name change, we can see that people associate Mumbai with the rule of the British, and that could indicate that names are associated with memory, and that affects our perception of how we perceive them. So, to what extent does language affect meaning? And to examine this, we'll have to first understand what the question means. A language is defined as a system of communication, and including the semantics and grammar and vocabulary of such a language. The meaning refers to the sentiment or the idea that is conveyed when using language or when using a name or a word. Meaning can be both literal and figurative. Like Mumbai literally means the city of the goddess of fishermen, but to the residents of Mumbai it means more than that because they associate it with other parts of their lives as well. Perception is how we interpret what a particular word or phrase means in this context. Now, in different areas of knowledge, names are used in different ways. For example, in science, names are used to categorize chemicals or used to classify organisms and stuff like that. Whereas in language, names are associated with certain characteristics of an object or a person, or they're different parts of speech which are used to describe or used for different functions. And in the human sciences, it is seen that along with names, you can attach emotion or attach further meaning to name.
Apologies.
You can attach further meaning to names, such as if you have Mumbai, then it can mean more than just what the name suggests, but some emotional value to people who live there, etc. Now, one perspective is that names are identical to a description of the place. So, for example, saying Mumbai is the same as saying the most populous city in India. So, by this definition, actions associated with a name also affect the emotion felt when that name is heard. For example, Bombay is associated with British rule since it was the name given by the Western invaders. These associations are not directly defined in a dictionary, but they are implied. So there are additional meanings attached to a word, and if you have additional meanings to a word, that also means you have additional connotations and additional emotions attached to it.
I'm gonna stop.